Hello again, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, looks like Microslop is continue to destroy themselves. Their stocks is collapsing. Their CEO is begging for everyone to find usefulness in Copilot, which at this point I don't need to tell you how that is pretty much spyware, and it doesn't even give you a service like ChatGPT, even ChatGPT going out of business. But well, that's a different topic. Let's keep learning on this one because primarily while it's making a lot of people spitting out the support of Linux is Windows 11, and yes, like imagine like when Linux started, they were mocking them in that OS in the past because it couldn't do much of the stuff that Microsoft, when it used to be Microsoft with Windows XP, you could do, or 7. You have a lot of features, you have a lot of support, and well, we know Microsoft did that on purpose by pulling the strings to monopolize drivers and software as a whole. So now we are seeing that, well, not only with the software getting worse with this company, also the drivers, man. So we have these two. Let's start with this one. NVIDIA confirms that the Windows 11 January update causes frame drops and artifacting. They suggest uninstalling it. So Microsoft in the most most of their geniuses and wisdom moments, they say, you know what? Let's make even the hardware just malfunction. Oh man, and we know there are viruses out there created by people with obviously malicious intents that makes you burn your computer by speeding out the clocking of the processor and all sort of things. Windows 11 looks like they're saying, you know what, we can do that. You don't need to get anything else. We are going to cripple your hardware by our own hand. We can do that ourselves. And just like, oh, excuse me, what? Are you for real? So yeah, Nvidia. Yeah, I really despise this company for the AI bubble, but even I have to give credit to them when they got blame on for their hardware malfunctioning, and then they say no, it was on Windows 11 by this specific update. I suggest you to install it. They don't care. They are throwing Windows under the bus, and rightfully so. Yeah. Imagine Linux was mocked for not having too much driver support. Now it has a consistent driver support. They started with AMD, but now they're also jumping on NVIDIA. Just so everyone that has a hardware dedicated for gaming, and which also they can use other tools usually for work, they can rely on because a lot of tools out there already work fine on Linux in a graphic environment. But Windows 11, oh man, even that one is just destroying even their own UI. But you know what they're destroying? Because we can jump on the next one. This is the latest one, and holy man. Microslop purges Windows 11 printer drivers, putting millions of devices on borrowed time. Okay, look at this, man. That was also one of the things that even the community that get the support for Linux over the years ranted a lot because a lot of those printers nowadays, we have seen how planet obsolescence are. Also, how they enact a lot of the most anti-consumer practices, like, oh, you have to use your printer once a day. If not, it's going to block, or the ink is going to just dry out or just explode if these just fuckers want to do something like that, man. It's insane. Just I have seen a lot of the cover-ups of Lois Rossman, and when it comes to how these companies are evil. But something that is not so secret is that Microslop monopolized the driver functionality for all of those printers, the driver support entirely. And I also have seen that the reports that there are even some companies wanting to make their own printers from China that are open source. So even before someone tries to tell me, oh, but this is a driver from China, it's going to have spyware. Well, what is, and current printers are not the fucking same. That they even force you to install DRM on them. Oh, because also it's also something that they do also DRM for a fucking printer. And with China, if people that actually take those drivers and analyze them and see, oh here is the part of the spyware, the open source community, they are just going to remove it and move on. Someone that knows where's those flaws, they can check that one. But with current day printers from all of these manufacturers, from the infamous ones that like HP, and I think Epson also, and there were other printers out there. I think Canon, or even if Canon exists at this point, I think the only thing they rely on is on cameras. Well, with the DRM, force you to, oh man, this is the only way how you can use your printer. But all of that with Microslop in mind. All the driver support was for Microslop all of those years. And I have an old printer. It's one of those multifunctionals. That shit is old. It's 2 decades old. I only use it for scanning documents when the time requires it. But that one doesn't require to install a driver. Now I just needed to fucking connect it, and I have to use an older OS for doing so. But anyway, it's how it works. But at least the only thing you need is just connect it and just navigate through the settings to do the scanning. But looks like with Windows 11, it's not like that, man. So look at this nonsense. Few third-party drivers are not published via Windows Update. So talking about adding more salt into the injury. So they are telling you, oh we know even some of those printers come with their own drivers, but we don't want them. We are going to force you to use those that we have that don't work at all. And just like, oh man, can you please go out of business faster? It's sickening. it's absolutely sickening. So they are cutting off support for all stuff. And it's funny because with each iteration of Windows, it used to bring stuff with compatibility, but looks like it's not there. It's just an overloaded piece of cancer. So existing installing drivers continue to function for NAS, but fresh setups for older printers relying on these may fail. I remember when all the shit show when they were doing the changing of Windows 11, no, excuse me, no, Windows 7 into 10, also Windows 8 into 10, depending on what device you had on. When doing those updates, I remember that one computer which had an NVIDIA graphics card, the graphics card stopped functioning because the Windows update removed the driver and replaced it with Windows, and looks like straight out from the 90s. All the fucking setting of that one of that computer was just messed up. And I had to re-download the driver again. So So yeah, it's just going to get worse because if as we're seeing this one, probably even that update has to do with the drivers. But yeah, it's just another one from Microslop and Windows 11, man. So yeah, those legacy printers are a screw. But that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.